Camera number 346 of 365 is this Pentax Auto 110, and it's a camera I've been looking to acquire for some time, and finally it's come my way and I'm very pleased. It's a full SLR in that it has interchangeable lenses, but it's an Auto 110, and as the name suggests, it's a 110 film format, as is indeed the lens mount. And we take the lens off with this little lever here where my thumb is, and we just lift that up and then twist. And there are quite a number of lenses you can get for this. Unfortunately, this is the only one I've got. It's a 24mm f2.8. So let's just put that lens back on by aligning the two red dots and then twisting. And then on the base we have a tripod mount and provision to add a winder. So it really is a compact, very compact system, but it has the full range of all the different accessories that you can purchase. You can buy a little flash that can be inserted here where my finger is. And then on the other side we have our film advance. Now it's a two-stroke film advance, so we have to advance it twice. And there does seem to be a little bit of a problem with this one, but it still works nonetheless. There we go. And then our shutter actuation is there. Looking through the viewfinder, the meter takes the form of a little LED which either turns orange, indicating that it's too dark and that you really need a flash, or a green LED, indicating that the camera can obtain an accurate exposure. Now, shutter speeds, apparently, according to the manual, go from 1/750th of a second at f13.5 all the way down to 1 second at f2.8. I'm reading that directly from the manual. As I say, you don't get any indication of that through the viewfinder. You just literally get these two LED lights. Now the film takes batteries, and the batteries are housed in the film chamber. We just pop that open, and they're in this little cradle here. Let's just take that out. Two LR44 batteries power the camera's meter and shutter. And they can be put in either way according to the manual, so you can either put them in, doesn't matter, as long as their batteries are in there. You notice the cartridge. Now at this point in my project I really should have gone for an easy option. You can still buy black and white cartridges and get them developed, but well, I'm always one for trying something different, so I've gained a little bit of confidence, not much, but a little bit of confidence with these cartridges. They can be manipulated, so that's basically what I did. I basically have opened up by twisting. I think I've done that with previous format, twisting it and then scoring the along the line here where the seam is, scoring round there, and again with a knife, being very careful and very, very careful, because this is the only cartridge I had, so I took my time, and voila, I was able to get the cartridge to come apart in one piece. And the beauty of that, of course, is that you then have the backing paper and the film. Now the film has little, unlike a 35mm film, it has just one perforation or sprocket hole, and that aligns with something on the camera here. You won't be able to see that there. There's a little sprocket there, a little pin, which then kind of tells the camera that it can then take a photograph. Some of these 110 format cameras require that. I have got another camera which I did try, and it really didn't like the method I used, which was to basically line the backing paper here with 35mm film. And I did use the sprockets because I thought that would try and help alleviate this problem with this little pin, because the pin needs to be out in order for the other camera, I think it was a Minolta I had. Sadly it didn't work, but this one it did work, I'm pleased to say. But of course the only downside is that it has the sprocket holes in. And also another factor to bear in mind is, as you'll see, on this cartridge. It's a 400 ISO. I was using 100 ISO film. Now how does the camera know? Well, it's to do with this little ridge just here. Oops, sorry, the other side. This little ridge here. I don't know if you can see that. And it connects, or doesn't connect. There's a little pin right deep inside there. So if it's a 400 cartridge, it has this half. If it's a 200 cartridge, that little ridge will go right the way, the full length of that. And so when you put the film in, it depresses this little metal pin, and then it tells effectively the camera you've got a 200 film ISO film, and the meter or the camera knows that and therefore adjusts the exposure accordingly. I hope that makes some sort of sense. That did to me at the time. But as a consequence, the images I got, which I did get some images, I'm pleased to say, from 100 ISO film, as a consequence they were underexposed, so I had to do a little bit of tweaking, and of course as a result the images do suffer as a result of that, particularly such a small film format as well. But I'm nonetheless very happy to have achieved that, and it's encouraged me to perhaps try it again. Yes, I know I'm trying to get rid of some of these cameras, but I'm afraid this is going to be one of those that I'm going to keep, at least for a little while, to try maybe another film with the proper cartridge. So who knows what might happen as a result of that. But certainly a very, very enjoyable experience. Can't recommend this camera enough. And that's the Pentax Auto 110. And that has been camera number 346 of 365.